Hello, I'm Mr. Samios and welcome to this week's Deadly 60. Today I am on the lookout for a very common, very peculiar and amazing animal. And I think we might be able to see one or two of them in this environment, in what we call their home. So follow me. Okay, I'm standing in my back garden and I think I may have seen a child not very far away. I'm going to try and get a closer look. So let's go in. Okay, as I suspected, we have found ourselves a brilliant, magnificent specimen of a child. I'm going to go in slowly because I don't want to startle this child. Now, children, you can tell it's a child because they've got certain features that are unmissable. They have got 2 legs, 2 arms. At the top of their bodies, they've got a head. The head does lots of different things, but you can see that there's 2 eyes. The eyes are how they see and take in their environment. A nose for smelling. I'm trying to work out whether it's breakfast time or lunchtime or it's dinner time. And a mouth, which is where they put in their food. And if I can just get this child to open up his mouth, it's very... Oh, there we go, yeah. You see those teeth? Magnificent teeth used for chewing and biting and munching their food before swallowing it. Okay, thank you. I think the child might be able to close their mouth now before frightening me too much. And if you look carefully on the side of the child's head, you'll see a strange fleshy object. That is their ears. Children use this all of the time for listening and for trying to work out what's important, what's not, whose voices they can ignore, and what things on the TV they need to listen more closely to. So there you have a wonderful specimen of a child. On the top of their head you can see they've got fur. That fur they like to call hair, and they style it in different ways. They put in gel and mousse and hairspray, and they can change the colour. It's amazing what they can do with their hair. There we are, arms. The end of the arms, they should have a thumb and 4 fingers. I'm going to very, very carefully see if I can open up... yeah, there you are. There you can see the thumb and the 4 fingers. The fingers come in very useful for scratching, for holding pencils, for playing computer games, and for picking their noses as well. There we go, legs and feet. Feet, which is what allows this particular animal to move so well. I'm just going to step back and see if we can observe this child in its natural environment. Okay, you can see this child at play. Look how those feet move. Can use both feet, can move and turn ever so quickly, can respond and adjust, constantly moving so that he's in the right place for the ball. And you notice how the head, the eyes are focusing all the time on the ball, on the activity. So there we go, wonderful demonstration of the agility and the speed, coordination of this animal. Okay, we're now in the kitchen of the child's home, and we're observing this is the type of food that the child eats. This is called a sandwich, made from bread and ham and vegetables. So that's the sort of food that a child eats. And here we go. Child using his mouth for drinking. Look how the child coordinates the hand and the arm and the mouth so he doesn't spill a drop. Very, very skillful. Look, that water didn't stand a chance. The child has managed to drink it all up in a single motion. Now that is why this child is on the Deadly 60. Okay, I'm now in the home of the child, and we're going to find their nest. They tend to make their nest at the top of the building in which they live, for all sorts of reasons. Partly safety, so they're further away from danger, but mainly because children, they personalise their living environment by dropping their belongings all over the place and leaving lots of smells around the room to mark their territory. So it's not very nice for the other animals that live in the house. So here we are. This is the child's bedroom. This is the nest that they make, the very top. And if we're very quiet, we might be able to see a child. There we are. fast asleep and resting. Here we have a child who's having an afternoon nap. Normally they sleep several hours a day. They can be a bit resistant to starting their sleep session, and they can cause a few arguments with their parents who look after them. But once asleep, you find that a child will sleep for many hours. In fact, getting a child to wake in the morning to go to school can be quite a challenge for their parents. So there we are. There you can see the child looking very restful. The eyes are closed, the ears are still open, but the brain is very active, processing everything that has happened today and creating memories. So we'll leave the child to carry on sleeping. When children are first born, they look really small and tiny, quite cute and red and pink. They also wear these things called nappies as well, because they've not yet learned how to walk themselves to the toilet. In their first weeks they do lots of sleeping, lots of eating. They go outside, they always have to wear a hat to keep themselves warm, and if they go in the car they have to go in a special seat. From a young age they learn how to smile, because they work out that smiling for their grown-ups makes sure that good things happen for them. Within a few months their teeth start to grow, and they then like to bite things to sharpen their teeth. They quickly make friends as well, friends that they tend to keep for the rest of their lives. For the first few months of their lives they drink milk, but before long they start to tackle real food, although this can be quite messy. When they're very young they move very slowly, so often they travel in a pram so that they can cover the ground more quickly and chase ducks. At a young age they learn to accessorize and put on different things for different occasions. Here we see the child wearing sunglasses before going out to the beach. When it gets hot they like to go in the sea to cool off, although they don't yet know how to swim, so their grown-ups have to look after them. The parents of children like to celebrate every year of their child's life. So here we have a child with a special type of food that they set alight. This is to mark the anniversary of their birth. It's called a birthday. So here we have a child celebrating his first birthday. Well, it's been a really tiring day tracking down and following the behaviours of a child. But hopefully you agree that they have to make it onto my Deadly 60 because of their agility, their speed, the way that they devour their food, and also because of the unique way they personalise their living environment. That is why children are on my Deadly 60. Until next time, I'm Mr. Samios, and you've been watching Deadly 60.